game going ahead of us. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken very short.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
20.
To throw again. Newton. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Newton. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Third and 2, Stafford. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, Swift. Fighting his way through contact. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 31. Check the backer. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, easy. Come on.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Hey, 21.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
32. 59.
Third and long, it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a first down throw for Newton, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football. But he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Mike 55. Mike 55. I got you. Hey, easy. Man, move it. You got to get him on the hard. Ready, move.
On first down, Stafford here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Throwing is Stafford. He's got his man on the comebacker. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Open man is Galladay, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, easy, easy. Here comes the me, it's me. 22. 55 to mine. Check, 50.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Set the tone, defense. Hey. 50-50. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there, as the first half is winding down, and the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Come on, the ball. Hey, easy, easy. Alert.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you really script.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 81 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Ready? Got.
On first down, it's Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Newton. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Stafford down. Pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
21. Pilot, 64.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey. Watch the whip.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Smooth. Easy. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, 50. Check 24.
From the gun, Stafford. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
It's a pickup of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Here we go.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Newton now to throw. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
29 is the Mike.
To throw again. Newton letting one go deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Desmond Trufant. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. On 2nd down and 4, Stafford, he'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
53, ready, go.
To throw is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Huntley, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Stafford now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep. Shift. Switch. Libra.
To the air again, Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Flushed, and that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35.
Again, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
20. Undercut. 8.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. Check. Lucky. Gun. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. All day. Hustle.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Stay 50. Kill. 80 weapons.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Hey, 22. Hey, Alpha. Check. Crunch. Check your hot read. 32.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Check butts it.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Hey, stay 50. Hey, Steve 6. 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Minnesota, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Honey, I dash.